So we're already into these cars are a pain in the ass. Yeah. What are you doing? You go into first gear and you can just about guarantee to kill yourself. So, see, that was horrible. Damn it! Keep hitting that freaking PlayStation button. Anyway, they had the first match was at 2 o'clock a.m. my time, and it's almost 4 o'clock, so we're into the fifth match now. That's I had to break way early or break harder. Now you're trying to fishtail her on the freaking corner. Almost as bad as the freaking McLaren. That's gonna be the corner that's gonna kill people right there. This one and this one here. is like amateur league here. Starting to get that corner right. Missed my break there. Let's go take a look at something here real quick. See how bad I'm doing. Not too bad. Okay, so let's get one of these guys loaded up here. Guess we'll start with him. See if we can't take him off the board. There's a couple of places that it's kind of rough that I think I can pick up some time. There's going to be a lot of corners where you're going to be basically drifting through, or sliding, or just coasting through the corner. What I may have to do now, I got brake balance. Screw the first corner anyway. Already puts me in at 21, so you haven't even beat my time yet there. Not staying out long enough on that. Let's try this again. That time I hit the freaking share button instead of the fuel button. He can't break that late. I seen where he broke. He's well in front of those cones before he broke. So apparently the brakes on these cars are not very good because those cones should be the braking point. Just about like the F1. F1 you have to brake like right in here. Depending on the tires, F1 you can brake anywhere from just as you're coming up to the cones. I'm talking about the McLaren F1. Just as you're coming up to the cones in soft tires, and up to like 50 to 100 meters before the cones with hard tires. Be very careful about going into first gear in this car because as you just seen, I put it first gear and it tried to spin on me. Just because I put it in the gear that locks the rear end up. Almost right there. If I brake just a little bit sooner, that would have been perfect. What's happening there too is I'm braking too late. as good as he's getting on his brakes. I'm wondering if there's a soft tire, because it put me on mediums. That's something I haven't checked yet. Is the yeah, we got mediums and hards. So he's doing something. I hope he's not friggin'. I hope they're not handbraking this bullshit. Handbrakes on these cars should be disabled. I mean, I know they can do it. They disable the boost on all the brakes except the ones that want to turn it on. They should be able to disable that handbrake, because there are no handbrakes on these cars. Somebody else brought that up about handbrakes, and I went and looked it up, and they were right. F1 cars don't have handbrakes because FIA mandated that they be removed because people were using them and killing themselves. Yep, that corner's gonna kill people. There's the turn one's we're gonna see death at. You're gonna see people trying to push it too hard coming out of turn one and turn two, and they'll end up out on the left-hand side of the track there. And then as they come around to turn three, they'll be pushing. So just see people push too hard and end up out in the grass. Turn three here. This one's always somebody bumping somebody. I see people spinning there. People spinning there in Group 3 cars. So that's a horrible lap. I think the lobby's open. Doing it again. Yeah, lobby's got 5 more minutes before the race starts, so gotta remember to stay to the right there until I get up to the turn. I keep trying to dip into it too early. Anyway, this is not going to be a fun race. Because this car, you put it in first, and the gear snatches because it only goes like up to like 40 miles an hour in first gear. So, and then from second gear, it goes all the way into 100 something. So, you got a geometric increase from first gear to second gear. That's another thing they should disable on this. But I don't know that they'd be willing to do that, is get rid of the anti-lock and brake system, because these cars, they were before anti-lock and brakes. Wow. Second gear has a lot of freaking torque. To be really careful putting that down. I just overjudged it just by, I mean, that was like the difference between 1 and 2 pounds of pressure. But I was the force I was putting on the accelerator. Come on, quit doing that crap. Just got to brake early. Start working my brake up to it. Just trying to back it off. That works. I think that's at the 100-meter board. Their gear wants to lift the front end off the ground, make it go straight instead of turning like you want it to. Alrighty. Let's see if we can not kill somebody. Third place. The bottom of the A's. That 119 to 104 is the guy that I think I was just chasing on the leaderboard. I'm pretty sure, being that there's 2 tires, they're going to be requiring a pit stop. I need to check to make sure they're not requiring 2. We'll have to see. Surely they wouldn't put mediums and hards. Softs and mediums I could see them putting on there and not requiring a pit stop, but not mediums and hards. There's no reason for you to go on to hards unless they force you to. Okay, so yeah, hards and mediums required, no required number of pit stops, so it's just a 1 stopper. We got, I didn't see how many allows. But we're starting at 3rd, so I'm starting on the mediums. Haven't run any races, so I don't know what the tire wear is going to be like here. I have to remember not to get upset at people because they're going to be killing each other here. Oh, Joker got put down into B's, huh? Wow. I wonder if he got a reset. I know the last time I raced against him, he was being sort of rough, so I don't know if that had to do with the fact that his team leader was in the race or not. Because I'd had an incident with his team leader the race before because he decided he wanted to dive bomb me. Oh, it's a freaking grid start. That's a penalty, I think. Yep. Ah! Remember I talked about that? Now the steering wheel's trying to do strange stuff. The steering wheel tried to force it to the right. How are you doing, Joe? Oh, come on. Damn it, turn. He threw me off sitting there brake checking me. I don't know what his fucking problem is. That's the way it's going to be, Joker. I'll go to war with you guys again. Won't be. 30 tires, I guess. So I've been in the dirt for almost 2 laps now. I think I see part of what the problem is. I used to driving on the wrong brake bias is what it was. Should be going to the front, not the back. Trying to find a place to mess with the buttons on this thing in the dark. Yeah, I got another half-second penalty here. It's not like you can just press the start button and work that out in pause, because it disables your control of the menu. So it is, somebody's taking out those cones, and I'm... Yeah, I've cooked my back tires. Going through here slower than I have to because you keep diving down to my inside. Keep expecting to get rammed off. Like that. Just got to jam it straight up the front, looks like. Alright, the pit. All the way around that where I overshot. Back tires are done, they're just spinning. He was on the hard tires, that's why he was doing that, okay. See how far back this throws me. I don't know if it's going to let me take my penalty coming out of the pit lane because I think I'll be past the penalty line when I get out. Nope, you're not past the penalty line. Okay. Could have been past him. Car hadn't kicked sideways. Nope, he's still through there. That may be a penalty. Oh, what the hell? Inside corner grabbed me or something. It's a bad habit I have. I normally drive that line where I get right up on that curb. And these cars, you can't do it apparently. Because they just grabbed the front end and yanked it. Alright. Now that we got the brake balance down, we're starting to get smooth. The hards aren't actually that bad on this car. The exception of that one incident, which is actually my fault because I was up on the curb. So I hit that curb right there and it yanked the car up from in front of me. Yanked the whole front end to the left. Probably the best I've done this corner all race. Again, my fault. Getting up on that curb. That was horrible. Yeah, you have to stay out those freaking curves, that's for damn sure. We'll try one more. But you can see up in the time, up in the corner there, it's time is 4:25 in the morning, so. I've been doing a lot on PlayStation recently because I've picked up a computer game, PC game. New World. It's a fantasy MMO survival PvP game, and it's a sandbox, meaning whatever weapon you choose to train, or however whatever style you choose to train, you can do that. Now you can't take a straight sword and train it like a rapier, but straight sword has a pointy end on it, but it's not really used for poking stuff. They're used to slash. When you think of straight sword, you think of actually, even though it's not actually a straight sword, it's like a katana. You can jab with it. And in the Age of Armor, they did use it to do that. To jab up underneath the armor plate and stick the guy in the soft part, which was also usually a vital spot because, you know, underneath your arms and in between your legs, and that's all big arteries going through there. Getting used to driving like that. This is how I need to be driving. They're gonna force me to take this damn twist knob off of this steering wheel and replace it with one that actually works. Because I mean, to get the thing to spin 2 points, I literally rotated the wheel 4 times before it actually took. Really what it needs is a 6-position dial. No, it's not 6-position. Let's see, 5 forward, 5 back, plus 1 in the center, so 11-position dial. And that'll take care of all of them. Because fuel's only 6 positions. That's why I was thinking 6 positions. Our brake balance is, no, that might not take care of all of them. I'll have to look and think about the Group B cars because they've got the front and rear balance on the torque. I think they go in increments of 0.5, so you might actually need something like a 21 point. It's a shame because that was a really good lap. It's the best I've taken that back section there since I started racing it. He's right behind me again. I really wish I would have put a better time in because he dove me in the first lap last time and that screwed me over. But this time, I know why he dove me because he was on the hard tires and was forgetting that he was cold. Let's see if he does it again this time. But it looks like 7 laps because I was on the 8th lap and on mediums and they were really, so 7 laps is about, some of the higher tier guys might be able to push it into 8, but they'll also be going a little faster. So because I'm still like 3 seconds off of the leaderboard, the leader on the leaderboard. So we're gonna change these. Yeah, you fuck off, chill out, it's only a game. It's only a game until you start cheating. And then you make it not a game because you're freaking... if you think enough of it that you think that you have to cheat to win at it, then you're the one that's making it not only a game. As a freaking lunatic, he's burning his tires up. That just dirty tires. He tried to take me out. Second time in a row I overcooked that corner. Luckily I didn't get a penalty out of either one of them, so. You cooked those mediums, didn't you? Oh, that's gonna be a penalty. Oh well. See, all those guys are on mediums. Those two guys out front might still be on hards. At least I didn't get the SR down. Dude, what the hell? You got a 1-second penalty, and you're over here ramming people off the frickin' track. I know you got that name, just try to see if you can get a rise out of people. Probably cultural appropriation there. He just quit? He just quit. That guy deserves a penalty every time he's off on that corner. Never catch a second unless he makes a mistake. These guys held me up too much. This guy that quit. This guy behind me. I set the fastest lap. To watch those rears are starting to get slick. I don't know where the hell I think I was going there. Oh, guy made a mistake up here. So it appears that fuel is a concern. Somebody must have been lapped because they just pitted. Probably to keep from getting a 1 second penalty or 1 minute penalty. Even with all that short shift, I ended up with half a lap of fuel left. But I can leave it with that. This is not going to be a fun race. It's going to be. I mean, it's bad enough you got to fight against the car, and then you also got to fight against the other idiots on the road, like Africanus there. You could tell he was burning his tires up, man. You got to take it easy on those jokers, because they will screw you over if you don't watch it. Folded up here while this thing's finishing up. I've been watching the streamer decks to see if they're going to go on. Decks to see if they're going to go on sale. They didn't go on sale through Black Friday, but we got electronics weeks for the next 3 weeks, so maybe they'll put one out then. No SR down, good. It's not going to say because he died. Afrikaans Canuck. We'll have to look that name up. Go away. So I can't show you that's part of the reason I want to get the today is Hanukkah. Part of the reason I want to get the streamer deck is because then I can show things that Sony doesn't think that you should be seeing, because they have no personal information on them. I mean, when I pull up the web browser and the game here, it doesn't have any of my personal information on it, anything that I don't want shown. It has my username on it, but my username's shown anyway. So, that hurt the other day. I lost almost 2,000 DR from that manufacturer's race. Players, close that ad. Look. No way. That must not be him. He's only got 3,000 DR. Yeah, that's not happening. Let me. Where'd they go at? eyeballs on. That was the other thing, is I ran those 2 races without my glasses on. Some days, like this morning, I woke up, my eyes were kind of, I have fairly bad eyesight, bad enough that my left eye is almost clinically blind. I'm 1.5 points off of, on the, they do this, it's a point scale. Um, my left eye is negative 4.5, well at negative 6 it's uncorrectable, which is clinically blind. Uh, so, but I wake up some mornings and my eyes are all gummy, so I just pull the TV a little bit forward on the stand, and then I can see. I'm nearsighted. I have problems seeing far off, and of course I've been getting old, so now I'm having problems seeing up close too. So it's like, you're blind. The good thing is, when I went last time, I just went not too long ago, it was about a month or so ago, and got my prescription updated, and they were able to take my bifocals out because they said that it wasn't actually doing any good. So um, what I want to do, you guys aren't going to be able to see this, I don't think, because it's going to put you on hold. Is it in here? Yeah, it's in here. It's in Friends. Played together. So if you ever want to recall somebody's exact name, you go out to your PlayStation main menu, go into your Friends, and you check out uh, play together, and I'll show you who the last 15 players were in the match, or if you were in a database, say the last 11. Is that this guy here? AFRIKAANSCANUCK. He just got DR reset. Yeah, he just got DR reset. That race reset him. Oh, yeah, you deserve that, buddy. You were really wild. Of course, from the looks of it, either this is a new account or a burner account, because the account's only been active for a little while. So I don't see anybody getting a new account at this point. They'll be waiting for GT7, or actually GT7's already on sale. They're just waiting for it to go active, which is supposed to happen in March of 2022. Uh, but which is why there's a big debate as to whether they're going to actually do 2022 season on GT7, because unless they delay the season, GT7 won't be active whenever the season goes active, because it starts in February. And they could do that. They could very well do that. I mean, they did that with COVID. They delayed the season, made the first 10 races of what was supposed to be the season exhibition races, and then brought the season out and only carried 3 blocks instead of 4. But we'll see. You guys enjoy your races. I'm going to be enjoying my RPG, get my thing on. I'm not going to be on this race very much. What are the other races? This one I'm excited about. Although my times, yeah, I'm 6 seconds off the leaders. The LM55 is steadily dropping down. I figured this car was going to show up. That's that Porsche, and it is rapid down the frickin' straight. The problem with it is the corners, and once you get back into the technical section, it likes to light the tires up on those slow corners. So you'll see if you see somebody in it, they're likely to spin it out. I've watched top tier people like Turismo Lester and that group spin that car going through the right hander that takes you down to the Porsche curves. Or the right hander after the Porsche curves. I forget which. I think the Porsche curves is you come down the straightaway, you do the two chicanes, and then you have the little the it comes down, does a little juke to the right, and then makes a hard right, and then you go down, and it comes around the corner there, and you sort of have to let off before you get into that corner, and with a high-speed vehicle like a Group One, and then you brake, and I believe that's where what they call the Porsche curve, but I've not really ever looked it up. So, but anyhow, that corner back there, that one at the end of the after the second chicane, and the one the other hard corner around at the back end of that straight are the killers for that car. Not to mention the chicane at the end of the race, the double chicane. This one is going to be interesting. It's Group 4. I want to take a look at it. No, it's Group 3. It's if I can do something about the tire wear on the car will do good here. The problem is if I can do anything about it, because it's a tuner's race. They've opened it up. It's not big settings. Um, so let's see what we got for available. What can we change? Oh, we can change that. Can we change this? No, we cannot change these. Oh, yes, we can. Because what I may do is loosen that gear up. No, that's tightening it up. Loosen that gear up so that it doesn't, and loosen that gear up. And I mean, that's what it may just do, is just loosen up all the gears. And that'll take care of the the tire wear problem. 63, 83, that'll be fine. We'll leave the last two gears alone. Fifth gear's got plenty of torque, but it doesn't pull hard, but it pulls long. So, and we just shorten some of that length down because we let fourth gear pull long. But that's essentially what I'm doing here, is letting all the gears pull long. And then what do we say? What are we set here? Get a little bit more downforce in the front, and loosen it up a little bit on. No, we don't want to loosen it. Put a little bit more on the rear. We'll leave the front alone. We'll put a little bit more on the rear. Maybe that'll stop it, because I mean it was actually, you seen where it was at. We reset this to default. 730 is 20 points short of being mid. So softs and hards, or softs and mediums. Are they letting us jack the horsepower up? No, we can't do anything with those. Those are locked. Adjust the amount of torque given to LSD before initiation increases the value will increase the torque and make the LSD more responsive. Return into the car's ability to turn. We don't really want it to be more responsive right now. It has a snap problem anyway. Accelerations. can turn this down a little bit. And then braking sensitivity. It already understeers and coming into the corner, but it snap oversteers coming out of the corner, which the torque should, this here should take care of that problem. Um, the rear is in. I mean, technically, anything inside 0.6 is considered a straight line. When you take your car to the shop, when they align the rear tires, anything from 0 to 0.6 is considered a straight line. So it's considered a straight line there, but I'd like for it to be a little bit more straight line. And what that does is when you're coming out of the corner and the car is flat, the tires are turned or more flat on the road. No, that's this. Yeah. The tires are more flat on the road. That way, you're not having to depend on the car being on a lane to get maximum traction off of that set of tires, because your outside tires or when you make the turn, your inside tires are the ones that are holding the car through the corner, and then as the car straightens up, it leans out onto those outside tires. So you have to make sure that they're not you're not sitting on the edge of the tire, because you know the tire's sitting at an angle to the road. It shows you there. The tire sitting at an angle to a road, the more you adjust this. Um, if I take this and put it, it's not actually doing a graphical change, okay? Um, and I'm not certain exactly. I'll have to go do research on that. What's considered, and what this has to do with is the tires. Technically, you want this one to be 0. Because you want that to ride as straight as possible. And anything outside of 0 is the car's pulling, let's see, we're towed in. So what will happen is the front edge of the tires are facing towards the driver on the rear. If you push it to out, then the front side of the tires are facing out away from the vehicle. That works good for some cars because what it does is it makes it easier to go through the corners faster, because your car is already in this, the tires are already in a position to go around the corner. They just don't go straight very fast because you're dragging your rear tires. Um, this is something we had to look out for when I was driving trucks. The company I work for, that I was contracted to, they had a policy that your front tires, your steer tires, will face 6 degrees off to the right. In America, 6 degrees off to the right means that your vehicle is going to go to the right if you lose control, if you like black out or have a heart attack or something like that behind the wheel. It's going to go to the right. It's going to go off the road on the side that's not into oncoming traffic. In some states, in Texas, they have these. They had a big road war where the federal government came in and said they want to put interstates in. Texas said, well, we're going to put our own roadways in because we're not going to have you telling us we can't use those. And because the statement was made to the delegates at in Texas at that time, that the interstates were primarily there for military use to go to move troops and vehicles across country rapidly. So if we had a situation in the federal government, and there's laws in the federal government that the military has to be able to shut down the interstates so that nobody can use them other than the military, and it's inside the law. Um, so Texas said no. You can build your interstate, but we're going to build roads around it. and we can tell you, you're the federal government, whether you can get off of those interstates or not on our roads, because our every place is an interstate. There's a set of Texas roadways that goes right down the side of them on both sides, and so you can't exit the interstate without getting on Texas roadway. Consequently, if you're on the interstate and the vehicle turns right, you're going onto the Texas roadway. Anyway, um, what what the what that alignment, that tire alignment does is it makes it so that if the driver becomes incapacitated, the truck will roll off the roadway into a position that won't kill anybody else. Um, what they like to do with the rear tires, though, which is where this comes in, is because you got two sets of you got 8 tires back there. You got one rim that's got 2 on the right and 2 on the left, and one rim that's got 2 on the right and 2 on the left behind that. They'll take the one on the back and turn it to the left, and they'll take the one on the front and turn it to the right. And what that essentially does is makes the vehicle drag. I don't know why they do that. I think it has to do with the fact that they want the ones on the front turning, because those are the primary drive. They want those turning to the right just like the steering tires do. But they have to do the ones on the back to the left to counter that. Otherwise, the whole truck tries to drive to the right, and yet the driver has to fight it the whole way down the road. So usually what I do is if I got a new contract vehicle, take it out, and the first time I left the lot, I go down to the, because I paid for this stuff myself, came out of my wages, uh, because I was getting paid more per mile I could afford it. But I'd take the truck down to the auto to the truck stop and put it in the shop and tell them to do alignment on it and take all that crap out of it. I wanted the steering tires as straight as possible, and I wanted the back tires, all 8 tires, at 0. I don't want it at 0.6, I want it at 0. And part of the reason for that was because if you're dragging your tires, you're losing fuel economy. So, and I was pulling in a 2015. Uh, Actually, I had a 2016. 2016 automatic was the last truck I drove. Kenworth. It was a 680, I think it was. But I was pulling the truck. Most people were pulling about between 7.5 and 8.5 miles per gallon. I was pulling 9 to 10. So that was part of the reason I was pulling 9 to 10 is because I went and had the tires adjusted properly instead of having them set up to where the truck's going to roll to the way it, and I went ahead and left it somewhat inspected. What I do is on the front tires. I told him, I said, I understand that this company has this policy. I would like for those tires to be straight as possible, but I will agree to allowing you to put them 2 degrees off. We're not doing 6 degrees because 6 degrees is going to wear my front tires off, and I had to pay for those too. So, but again, you guys take it easy and enjoy your races. This race is going to be fun. I'm going to take I'm going to take a test drive with that setting. I've already folded my kit up, so I don't want to take it right now. I'll do it later. Because that's not for. We've actually got. I think we got a week before. So that's in 5 days. And I think we're on the flip around. We're on the halfway point right now. So yeah, this is going to be 4 days after that. So the next race is going to be this one, and then this one, and then we're flipped around. This will be on Wednesday, and this will be on Saturday. Um, I think that's the way it works. That's the way it works. Where's my calendar? I don't want to see that. So the 8th is on Wednesday, and the 4th is on Saturday. So yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. The manufacturers have been on Wednesday, and now it's going to Saturday. So. Which should be interesting. Let's see what they kept the times. Yeah, we're still starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon my time, and this should be at 7. Yep. Okay. But, the other race I want to look at, Tokyo East. Oh, this is the long one, and I'd be willing to bet what you're gonna see is the McLaren F1. Yep, that car's a beast around here. Uh, Especially being there's no tire wear. The only place you're gonna have a problem is okay when you're coming around the final bend there. You have to watch it because the car it'll try to understeer on you. Um, but then your straight shot, you can. I mean, once you get straightened up, and I mean, if you're used to the vehicle, you really don't have to straighten up all that much. You can still be in the turn a little bit. You put your foot down and you go, and you're at 170 something miles. I think maybe even 180 before you hit the end of that straight. You have to watch it. You have to brake early, and then so that you don't understeer right out into the barrier or going up that hill and onto that turn. And then the really hard part is back here in the twisty section. Um, when you're going underneath the bridge, it's you've got it right or you got it wrong situation because you're either gonna if you got it wrong you're gonna hit the inside or you're gonna hit the outside, or you're going too slow. And then you come after you come out from underneath the bridge, you're in another situation where you're either you've done it right or you've done it wrong. You're either going to hit the inside or you're going to hit the outside or you're going too slow. Um, because if you should be able to take that turn before it and then you have to, you go underneath the bridge and then there's a sort of a hard right. It's like this lowest part on the track here on that last right hand turn there is what I'm talking about. You have to be on the outside of the track, almost hit the inside, and then if you're going at the right speed, you'll come almost back out to the outside, and then you have to let off on the accelerator so that you can get traction to get the car over to the right hand side of the track, so that you can come in around that left hand turn there and go up the hill. And then at the top of the hill, you have to watch it too. It's another one of those situations you can overbake yourself real quick. Um, you'll end up in the outer wall, or if you're not careful going on that last strip down to the final hairpin, um, and you get on the accelerator too fast, you'll be in the outer barrier. So just be careful with that. I'm not going to do that because it's race B. Let's see how many laps are they showing. 4 laps. 4 laps, and well, 4 laps isn't too bad, but especially for that track, because you look, it's 4.5 miles. You might see some forwards creep in here because where the F1 excels down the main straight, the Ford is faster on the backside. Um, but